Thank you. Thank you.
What flat to moving up over the a little segment of time. Other things that I'll be watching as far as indicators, as far as which way do we go. Apple, watching that flow, watching the 148 and 146 puts, also watching the 150 and 152.50 calls going into tomorrow. Facebook should also be interesting with Sandberg officially set to step down and there being a person filling the seat that apparently not a lot of people know who this guy is. I think that flow is going to be interesting. Um, COP, there was some decent spec flow into COP yesterday. Decent spec flow out to 617. It looks strong at one point pre-market. Let's see how it kind of plays. When I say spec flow, I define spec flow as not enough to trigger an alert, not enough money to be actionable. So that's when I say that, that's what I mean. COP will be another one that I'm looking out for. Currently, I am in Apple calls. I am in this week's 150s, and I am in Tesla next week's 850s. Um, they were doing okay at one point, then not so well towards the end of the day. So I'll make a decision on those. Overall, yesterday we had a pretty good day trading. We hope to continue that once again today. From a holiday standpoint, the UK is off tomorrow. as well as Hong Kong and China. They are off. They're doing some stuff with some boats. It's a boat festival. So I think volume could be low today. So some of these moves, as you're looking at, we may or may not get that follow through in either direction, as well as getting more jobs and wage data out tomorrow. Again, I think one thing that the expectation that we should have overall, we should be patient and we should have an understanding that odds are we are not going to get a V-shaped reversal to the upside until we get a better handle on inflation and the pressures that it's putting across the market and the consumer, nor should we expect to get a massive knife down unless something changes from a geopolitical standpoint or economic standpoint. The trigger with all of that is effectively the Fed. They have said over and over again, we are going to get at least 2 more 50 basis point rate hikes. There's, a couple of grumblings about a September pause. We have to eliminate any type of easing by the Fed, anything accommodated by the Fed. We have to eliminate that from our minds and understand that we do not have a daddy. There is not going to be a daddy to come help us. Right now, daddy running around with a belt trying to whoop up on all of us. That's the mindset that we need to have until something changes, something becomes different. So when you're looking at this data and you're trying to sort through it, understand that daddy got the belt and he's more than prepared to use it on all of us. Finally, with that being said, the last piece that I want to put out there is the quote of the day by James Thurber. The quote is, "You might as well fall flat on your face as lean over too far backwards." One of those cool things that when you contemplate life, kind of like, I.S. Bender, was he contemplating life? And was I contemplating life?
That's what all that was about.
I just tied that in. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. It wasn't set up that way, but it
Sure.
It came to me at the very end. It's okay to bend. And it's like, don't put yourself in a position to where you're just sitting there letting the wind push you left and right. Have a backbone.
Sounds like a quote from a guy drinking a couple too many whiskeys that night when he came up with that one.
But aren't those the greatest quotes ever? Isn't that where? That's what we need to do to tap into Bender's emotion. We need to get him whiskey. Whiskeyed up. I think
That does the exact opposite.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Numb the senses.
Yeah. The one that I had just kind of disappears.
Right on, right on. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for attending. We have about, what do we got, 22 minutes until open. Look, I think the biggest thing, and I'll say it one more time, we have to be patient and wait for the right setups. It's like everything looked okay. The data that came out this morning was okay, and what are we doing? We're selling down again. All over again. It's like we have to be patient. We have to be diligent. With that being said, at the 20-minute mark, do what you need to do to get ready, and be back here shortly.
Sounds good. See you in a few.
All right. You guys